No, this is your show.
Hello, everyone.
Any toes. Hi, guys.
Welcome to Live from Sideshow Con. It is day 4. Oh, it has been a great day so far. Thank you guys so much for joining us with, in everything that we've done. We had an excellent interview with Sjogren earlier where he got to talk about some of his new Guru pieces that he worked on in relation to Kevin Smith. Alex absolutely crushed that interview. I'm surprised he kept it to like 10 minutes.
Yeah?
Because he probably could have talked to Sjogren for like an hour easily.
Kept it professional. Kept
He did,
it short.
as Alex is known to do. So again, welcome to Live from Sideshow Con. We will, this is gonna be like a 2-hour variety show.
This is the,
We've got some
double stuff.
The double, oh it is. Oh, now we want Oreos. Can we get Oreos? No? Autumn, can we get Oreos?
The,
Oreos when you've earned Oreos.
the non-licensed.
We've just learned we have not earned Oreos today. Yes. Or was it Hydrax, thank you. Yeah, just think of saying hello to your favorite Marvel characters. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed that incredible Tina Yu interview that we'd gotten earlier. That's an incredible piece. The All Request booth tour, thank you guys so much for showing up. I hope you guys got to see a little bit more of some of the items that you didn't really get to spend that much time with during the Wednesday show with Amy and Joshy G. I mean, it never really dawns on me that we get to just sort of like hop off right here and just look at some of these. Like that never goes away.
This must stop.
Yep. So I'm really glad that this is the good place.
This is the good place.
So I'm really glad that we get to hang out with some of these pieces again and with you guys all and take your requests.
Yeah, and if there are any pieces, I mean, we did cover every single piece in the booth tour with Joshy G yesterday, and you guys got to do a lot of the fan favorite requests. But ultimately, if there was something that you missed that you wanted to see, we'll also have full galleries up on our social media page. I think they're already there now, so you can check those out and just peruse at your pleasure. And we've got that VR tour link too, side.show/VR2.
VR2. Electric Boogaloo. I think it's the sequel. And the sequel's always better.
And there will be an interactive booth tour,
Yes.
the VR tour, for all 4 unique booth layouts.
Yes, there will be. And so today, during Live from Sideshow Con, we've got another stacked day. We've got some interviews with more people that work at Sideshow that maybe you guys have not really ever gotten to sort of interact with. We've got Rachel Rubicek, Glenn Pauline, who work in the design team, and then Rachel's going to stick around and hang out with Amy and talk about some of the incredible Critical Role pieces that you guys have seen. So, but let's get into some of the exclusives that we have gotten to see today.
Yes.
I think I should probably take the Thor one, right? I mean, no one else would want.
Yeah, that's
All right,
fine.
go ahead.
That's fine. All right, so one of the exclusive items that we have up today is the Thor Deluxe 10th scale statue by Iron Studios. This is recreating his look from the very first film, which is why I'm so excited about that. We get to see that beautiful silver helmet that he only wore for such a brief shining moment in the MCU. But the piece also comes with a really cool swap out feature. He has a single Mjolnir, and then he also has that really cool whipping around effect where it's a ton of Mjolnirs all in a circle.
What is multiple Mjolnir? Is it Mjolnirs? Mjolnir?
You know, I don't know. That's something they're going to have to address in the multiverse, because up until now there's
I
only
guess
been...
technically it could be anything then in the multiverse.
Yeah, there's only been one singular Mjolnir, so who knows?
She
And then
says so far.
as far as anyone knows. But they also got that amazing Bifrost themed base for the figure as well.
Yeah, that base is incredible.
Yeah, and that's like I think it's a $160 piece, a really great Iron Studios. Again, those are all cast in polystone. Those are hand painted, limited edition, so beautiful. And if you're one of the helmet diehards like me, I mean that's the one. That's
Right.
the
Yeah,
one.
your team helmet.
I am.
So that is side.show/con Thor EX. So Con Thor EX, that should take you to the product page. And again, a lot of these things are going live like as we're saying them. So if for whatever reason there's a link that's not working, just go to side.show/what's new or sideshow.com/what's new. And you can just sort of hang out there, and all of the exclusives, when they are available to the public, which should be 11 a.m. Pacific every single day, will be on that What's New page. So if something's not working, first what you got to do is make sure that you let us know that it's not working so we can work on it, which I feel that feels redundant, but that, and then just hang out at side.show/what's new, because you'll find it there.
Yeah, and then did we mention the priority access for registrants?
Yeah.
Yep.
Head to side.show/con, register. It is not too late. We're in the middle of Sideshow Con.
Only
Like, today
halfway through.
We are like probably at about halfway through exactly right now.
Yeah, if you
so
split the day in half. Yeah,
if you
about there.
register side.show/con, you can see all of the incredible things as they come, but you can get exclusive giveaway opportunities, reward code opportunities, and of course some of those exclusive con products that come up. You get exclusive exclusive access to them at 9 a.m. rather than 11 a.m. With the general public there. So again, if you guys have any questions about some of the con exclusives, let us know in the chats. We'll do our best here. But the next con exclusive we have is the Iron Man Tech 4.0 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. This is a great piece. Me and Guy got to look at it like just a second ago. You guys talked about it for a while yesterday.
Yeah, we had it live in the booth. That is the Neon Tech based on the Mark 50 armor from Infinity War. So it's got those really cool nanotech style armor applications, and it's got that gunmetal gray, and there's some translucent pieces for catching the light as well.
Yeah.
So this is it's slightly different than any of the Neon Techs we've seen before. Tony Stark continues to evolve his armor.
Yeah, that interesting translucence that's on those. I was saying like some of these awesome pedestal source bases could really help with a lot. You could just really play with that and recreate all of your favorite moments that Tony suffered through. So that's always fun.
Now with neon.
Now with neon, yes. So again, as we had mentioned, coming up right now, we have got the incredible minds over on the design team from Sideshow. We have got Rachel Rubicek and Glenn Pauline coming up to just talk about, what's happening over on the design team. Again, some people that you guys may have not known at all that basically they like live in the products and live in some of these incredible events that you guys get to see, but we don't necessarily get to see them up front all the time. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to interview them, and then of course Rachel Rubicek's going to stick around with Amy, and you guys are just going to talk about Critical Role for an hour and a half.
Pretty much. We're just going to do a full on, we might roll for initiative and start our own game right here at the table, but we'll try to keep it.
I understood that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I know
Good.
things.
You're learning. You're learning.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
But we'll try to keep it informative for you guys as we get a feature on Ford and Bo, and you guys can see that Ford is actually on the con banners for today. We got that nice nautical green theme going on behind us. Boom, there he is.
And then a little bit later on in the show, we have the premiere of Sideshow Labs with Mr. Freeze. We froze a Mr. Freeze, and we're going to see what that entire process is like. We'll stick around maybe. We can even talk about what that was like, because it was like, it feels easy. You're like, okay, well, you just freeze this thing, and there's like
but then you gotta,
actual science that goes into this stuff.
You gotta unfreeze it, right?
That is true. That is not as easy as you think. And then we also have an awesome interview with Martin Canale, the sculptor behind the Venom PF. We're going to have the Venom premium format statue here that you guys all got to see. He's going to call in, and I'm going to get to basically just gush over the piece, and he will hopefully be able to get a word in edgewise about how awesome it is. And we're going to end the show with another episode of Unsold Out. So we've got a lot to get to, so we should probably just get to it. So we will have Rachel Rubicek and Glenn Pauline here in just a second. Enjoy this awesome video of the Nano Gauntlet life-size by Hot Toys. It's an awesome piece. Enjoy.
Hi there, folks. Welcome to Sideshow. I'm Brad Gage, and I am so excited to be showing off the life-size Nano Gauntlet from Avengers Endgame by Hot Toys. This thing is the real deal, okay? If you saw the movie and were wondering, maybe I could have that. Maybe I could save the entire universe with a snap of my fingers. Well, you can. You can't put your hand in it, but it is a gorgeous life-size version of the Nano Gauntlet. And surprise, surprise, it lights up. We'll show you that right now. You can actually access the battery pack here or plug it in from the back, which is what I will do right now. And this is actually on the pulsing option, and maybe to evoke Mr. Iron Man here. There we go. Just to give you a little better idea of the pulsing option. It also has an option where it's just straight up, no pulse, lights on. I love this, of course, because I'm a huge Avengers Endgame fan, and also because it's a commemorative moment, I think, for all of us fans of the Avengers to remember that the good guys win in the end. And that's why we have this. So definitely check it out. If you're watching this on YouTube, for sure, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little notification bell to make sure that you get all of our videos as they come out. So once again, this is the life-size Nano Gauntlet from Avengers Endgame by Hot Toys. And this is actually available now. I think you're going to want to get it. Thanks so much for joining us, and don't forget to let your geek side show.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Live from Sideshow Con. I've got Rachel Rubicek, Glenn Pauline here. How you guys doing?
Good, good.
Great. Welcome, thank you guys for joining us. So again, there are so many. I mean, Sideshow's like a huge. It's got a lot of moving parts. So could you guys please tell everyone out there watching, what is it that maybe you guys specifically do, and then what do you guys do for Sideshow as a whole in the design team?
Okay. Well, hi, I'm Rachel Rubicek. I'm a senior concept designer for Sideshow. I have been here for almost 6 years in August. And most of the time that I have been working on for Sideshow product has been mostly Court of the Dead.
Oh, nice.
But occasionally in my earlier years, I did work on a lot of licensed property. And most recently, I've been working on a lot of the Critical Role figures.
Oh, okay.
And
Which we're spoilers.
So, yeah,
we'll get into the Critical Role stuff.
yeah, and so mostly that's what I've been working on, and kind of just.
So, I mean, so if you don't mind, like specifically with Court of the Dead, like let's say maybe we'll take like the like some of the Shard premium format stuff like that. Like what specifically was worked on with those pieces?
So my first piece that I worked on was the Malevestrous piece. So
nice.
back when that piece first came out, I did pose studies. So when that first came out, Tom was like, "Hey, we have this court jester." There were sketches from Emile Carfon, Ian McDonnell,
brilliant.
and basically my job was to put it in a statue form. And so what I did was I drew rough poses to kind of get an idea of what the gesture would be. Him sitting on the tombstone, him juggling. There was all sorts
okay.
of kind of poses that I'd come up with. And then eventually, once they went through approval through Tom and the rest of the court team, from there I went to final submission art, and then I helped Mark Newman in the sculpt. I basically would help him do drawovers, where I would go over the 3D model. I'd like take it into Photoshop and draw on top of it to just kind of show like, hey, maybe have the flow of the scroll this way. Or
This is before it even gets to like prototype.
Yeah.
So this is well before that.
yeah, and the critical. I keep saying critical. Court of the Dead pieces. I was pretty hands-on with like the sculpt process,
Right.
where I would like if there was adjustments needed, I would work on them, and eventually once sculpt went through, I would also help with color studies. So back when Casey Love painted it, I essentially took like a photo of it and then in Photoshop just kind of slapped color on it as an idea of what it could look like painted. And that same process is mostly what I do for a lot of figures, although some, it depends. Like sometimes they might just ask like, hey, we need a base design for this Spider-Man, and it's like, cool, I'll work on something and hopefully it looks all right. Like on the Elektra piece,
nice.
I designed the cathedral elements to it. Because at first, I think it was just like a sort of rubble thing, and then I was like, well, with her and Daredevil, there's a whole kind of gothic cathedral vibes going on between the two of them, and also to cater him to the top of the buildings that were the Daredevil piece, that I added a kind of a building motif to her as well. So it was a small contribution, but that's what I added to that piece.
No, but I mean, again, it fell into the homes of every single person who has. I have that figure on my desk.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so yeah, well, that's good. And then, so Glenn, if I may, is there anything here that again everyone just got to see, the booth a couple of times that you've gotten to personally work on that maybe we've looked at here?
Sure, yeah. The Fluffy figure in the VW Bug. I had a pleasure of working on that. I'm a big Fluffy fan, so when I got the opportunity to do that, I was kind of like, yes.
Yeah, he's great.
I mean, ever since the Netflix show, and I've seen all the stand-ups for years, so it's like, and I think I wasn't here at the time when he did the first tour, but there was another one. I saw him walk by. I was like, oh, he walked by. I was very excited.
Yeah, I liked, it's like Gabriel Iglesias from The Dating Game. Like, he was just on The Dating Game. That was a great episode.
I see him everywhere.
I know, I'll watch him in anything.
I'm just a big fan, and like that was just one of those pieces that was just a dream to work on.
And it is a dream project. So like, with that, obviously, I imagined you're like, okay, we got to tone it back. I gotta go to work.
Exactly.
So what on that piece specifically did you do? Was it like the concept sketching as well? On
so
the
it was the
design?
concept sketching. Yeah. So it was initially getting the caricature first and really kind of getting the personality of Fluffy because he's such an iconic person. I mean, like his laugh, if you've ever seen any of his stand-up,
dogs.
His dogs in general as well. Like there's so much iconography about him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like, and it was just a pleasure to like actually sit down and actually try and convey that in the figure. And I think that's always like one of the toughest things, no matter what it is. If it's a premium format or something from Ruli or whatever stylation it might be.
Yeah.
It's just getting that personality because I mean, you love characters and you love what they do. So implementing that, even if it's just a sketch, it should ring true.
And it's got to be incredibly difficult and fascinating. Like in your instance with Fluffy or yours with with Critical Role, where it's like you're a fan of this thing. Yeah. I mean, is it hard to like pull back? You're like not put too many like fan, Easter eggs or anything in there?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I mean, I assume any project you guys work on.
100%. I mean, like, it's very
Looking at you, Critical Role.
Well, it also comes down to it too. For a lot of the times, like as much as there are times where I really want to do an extreme crazy piece, I also have to consider production situations
the
and
practicality
things,
of some of these
practicalities
things,
of
yeah.
it. Like I think it would be awesome for certain pieces to be like guns blazing, wings out, whatever crazy things. But there also comes to the fact of okay, well, we have a certain production situation we have to get into, and that also plays into some of our design choices.
Yeah.
And it is interesting because there are definitely those moments of like, I just wish I could go like super crazy on this, but then it's like, okay, this is supposed to be like a $500, $600 statue, and I can't make it like $1,000.
Well, I mean, you can try. Throw it out on the table and see what sticks.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, there are times where like Tom or any of our production crew that asks us like, hey, can you do this? And we'll do concepts for those. But eventually when it gets to the more refined stage, we have to like cut back on things, either sizes of bases or like excessive things that, so like the Deadpool, I didn't work on it, but it's a good example of like the explosion, like how many.
Which Deadpool?
The one with the selfie stick
Oh,
and
right,
the gun,
right,
the
the
grenade.
moped. Yeah,
I'm forgetting exactly what it's called, but with that piece, I remember back in production for that, because I didn't work on it, but I knew the people who did.
Oh, okay.
And I remember back when they were working on it, they had to think about how many explosion pieces they can have. And
all of them.
All of that, yeah, all of it. And because I remember that was a lot bigger at one point.
Oh, really?
And yeah, they definitely shrunk it down for productions purposes.
Like they can tell, they're like, well, we know when Rachel and Glenn have had coffee, and then when they're like sort of mellowed out throughout the day. He's like, what if Fluffy's got 3 cars that he's jumping back and forth? It's like, well, let's tone it down for practicality. But I mean, have there ever been any? Have there ever been any instances where you're like, there's no way that they're gonna. Well, let's make sure these are all things that have come out and been announced. We don't want any of us to lose. You get fired here. Then you're like, no way, this is gonna stick. They're not gonna approve this, and they're like, hey, yeah, let's go with it. It's awesome. I mean, I'm sure there are instances. Again, I'm sorry, none of these were in the notes, but now I'm just fascinated.
I actually think Malavestro's sitting back when we first did that, because I think it was the first Core the Dead statue we did that was like seated and wasn't standing upright or had some sort of gravitas to it. It's just this guy sitting on top of a tombstone having a jolly time.
And that's got to be nice with working on the Unruly piece, like for Gabriel, or the Core of the Dead piece, or these are things where like they've given us the creative freedom, especially with Core of the Dead because it's our own IP, where you can kind of just go nuts. And it's really limited by like the practicality of bringing this thing to a collectible, where you can just kind of go nuts and like, hey, Malavestros wants to be spinning on a, or like sort of kick flipping the Book of the Dead or whatever he wants to be doing. Like you can kind of just go wild with that. That's great.
Again, but it was interesting for the practicality purposes. Like I also had a version of him standing on top of the tombstone, and I was like, that's probably not going to work well for productions purposes, where eventually he just falls over.
Good call.
I don't think a collector would appreciate it. But we ended up going more kind of almost like riffing off of like the Haunted Mansion, where some of the characters in the Skeleton Graveyard section with the ghost scene at the end of the ride. That's kind of, we riffed off that a little bit and kind of added some of the little charm to Malavestro. So I think that was
like a happy medium.
Yeah, pretty much. That was how we had to do it.
Well, again, you guys are super busy. Thank you for also taking the time out of your days to hang out during Sideshow Con. We appreciate it. Absolutely. So I think like the term like design, when people see like, oh, they're part of the design team, people may not know exactly what that means, and hopefully you guys have gained a little bit of insight as to what that means. But is there anything that you think that the people out there who are bringing these things into their collections, they would have no idea that that's what the design team does? Are there any elements that you're like, hey, I had no idea that falls on your plate?
Typically, I think it comes down to the fact that we usually work with the sculptors on how the statue should look. Most of the time, at least when we've worked on pieces, and Glenn, you could probably attest to this too, is that we'll draw up these concepts, and then eventually, once they go to sculpt, the sculptor will take it into their vision. And we kind of, at that point, do a collaboration in tandem with each other, being like, okay, let's try to cater this to the artwork that got approved by the licensor, but then the sculptor taking that and making it the final version that the fan sees and adds to their collection. So I would think that would probably be...
Yeah, just like, maybe Glenn, you can speak to this, but like the amount of like insight you guys have from the beginning.
It's definitely like, I guess it's a balancing act would be a good example. Like
Right.
we're always working, like we're interchanging with people who have an opinion, or maybe, hey, it would work better a certain way. And like sometimes those adjustments might come later down the line or beginning, and there's just a lot of moving parts to deal with, because it's not all just drawing. Sometimes it really might be an edit, if it might be a part of a base or a prop, or like there's so many little things that like could be adjusted all around like just the process itself. So,
and especially like if you guys are bringing something to someone who, like, this sculptor or this person so is a huge fan of that product, like, well, what if we did this? It's like, well, again, practically speaking, that would be awesome, but it's not going to work. So I mean, it's like having to have that fun like pushback, like like the hive mind. I think that Margot in Gad said earlier, it's like, it's a big one mind, but there are clashing, but that's what makes the creative process, I assume.
Absolutely.
But before you guys go, I did put a question on here that I'm curious, because I want to know what everyone's answer is if your department was a cake, what part of the cake would you guys be? Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of cake personally, but I have had to think of it for.
We can say like banana bread. I like banana bread too.
I don't know. Probably
No, let's go with cake. That was what's in the
probably
notes,
one of
right?
the ingredients that makes the batter, like where that more like I think with us, like our part is shown in the final product, but it's not the paint team's paint or the sculptor's sculpt. We're the concept or the idea of what the figure might be. So I would say probably something in one of the inner ingredients, like maybe we're the egg yolk or something like that.
Well.
Yeah, maybe that or something.
We're going with eggs.
Go with the eggs.
We're gonna go with eggs. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Rachel, you're not going anywhere.
Okay.
You are sticking around, and we're gonna take a quick video break, and Rachel's gonna come back and talk with Amy about some of the incredible Critical Role pieces that you have gotten to work on. So thank you both so much. We're gonna take a quick break. See you guys soon.
All right, so sorry about that. Hey guys, I'm back, and we are going to be talking specifically Critical Role. I really like that they got a little bit of it, the Court of the Dead side of things. We saw some people in the chats who were interested in that, and that kind of interest also translates really well into like the tabletop, the fantasy world. But specifically, we have Critical Role pieces here, and now you've worked on these. But before we even get into these two beauties, how did you first get into Critical Role? Like, where did you encounter it?
So I remember must have been like 3 years ago at this rate, where I saw the animated intro to Mighty Nine. And I was kind of sitting there like, what is this? And then I just, from there, and I somehow on the internet avoided it and didn't know what it was. And then I started watching it, and I started listening to it at work, was like watching 2 episodes a day, possibly while at work. I got through it in like 2 months, and then eventually, once I caught up to Mighty Nine, I went back and watched Vox Machina.
Oh, okay.
And so now I'm just caught up, and I'm watching EXU, and the little hilarious, chaotic disaster of a campaign so far that's been, because it's been so much fun.
Nice. Well, it is Thursday yet, so did you listen? So you listened to Critical Role while working on these pieces, or just while working on other pieces?
It would be like when I was working on other pieces,
Okay.
I'd be like having it, listening to it on the side, and I would sometimes go back home and then actually watch the videos.
Oh, fun.
So that was mostly how it started off.
Yeah, I know a lot of our audience are kind of newer to this. I know that there are critters emerging in the social chats, but for people who are unfamiliar, it's a tabletop role-playing web series hosted by nerdy-ass voice actors, and these are a couple of the player characters who have more or less kind of canonical designs or things that people associate with them. They've got their weapons. So specifically for Ford and Bo, what did you work on with their creation?
So similar to how I talked about with the Court of the Dead section. So what I did with these guys is I actually went the whole 9 yards with these guys. So essentially back when we first started, Critical Role's team sent us little thumbnail notes about what they wanted to see their characters doing, because they're characters that are personal to them. They've been playing them for several years, so they had ideas about how they wanted to do it. So I remember Travis's notes, Travis Willingham, who plays Ford. I remember him mentioning that he wanted Ford to be doing a sort of classic Eldritch Blast sort of pose, and that he wanted Star Razor, you know, showing off the beauty of the sword. And I remember being like, okay, that's pretty straightforward. And then I kind of just had to think of poses like either like that, or you know.
How does one Eldritch Blast?
How does one Eldritch Blast? I mean, a lot of my reference was actually looking at Travis himself doing it when he'd be
on the videos.
Doing it in the videos.
They're very emotive. I mean, because they are voice actors and actors and great improvisers themselves, there's a lot of physicality to that. So that's fun that you're able to bring some of that into the depictions of the characters, who otherwise, apart from the animated intro that we see for the Mighty Nine, it's all a lot of static fan art, and they do have official designs, but these are some of the first three-dimensional representations of these characters.
Yeah. And so when I did those initial poses for Ford, we'd send them off, see if Critical Role approved them. And sometimes they'd give us back notes being like, hey, can we maybe clench the hand more or raise the sword back, or maybe we want a different expression on the face. And I would edit that. And then from there, we'd go to a final submission phase where I would do more finalized art, where I would be more rendered, better line work, have the base all included. And then from there, we'd send that off. They approved it. We then initiate sculpt. And with the sculpt phase, with Matt Mullen, the art director of the Critical Role pieces, him and I basically went back and forth. Essentially, he'd have me come over to his desk, and this was pre-pandemic, but I had to go over to look behind his desk, and basically he'd be just showing me in ZBrush what was looking, and I would be like, oh, maybe we can raise the arm, or lower his chin a bit, and little edits like that. Time later, sculpts finish, and eventually I would help Ed Bradley and Bernie Escavale. I would help them where I did a paint mock-up for Ford. So I basically looked at the original art they sent us, which was Ari, she's the Campaign 2 official artist. They had sent us that artwork, and I basically color picked from that to get Ford's colors correctly. Yeah. And from there, he was painted and shot in photo, and eventually put on our website. And
now he's here in the studio with us. And then regarding Bo, she's got some of her kind of elements, like we've got the bracers of defense style. So where do you go about getting it? There's some official artwork in like Dungeons and Dragons manuals, but also do they have specific instructions for how these versions of the magical weapons and armor pieces come together?
So most of it is we had to rely on what Critical Role had sent us, because Bracers of Defense, it is a Wizards of the Coast thing, and there were those sort of stuff. So mostly going off of what the official art Bo had for the gauntlets and bracers and that imagery.
And the goggles of night at her hip.
Yes, exactly. That was just essentially going off of their level 10 designs, the Jorhaus outfits. And the phase for same aesthetic for how I did Ford was the same thing I did for Bo, where Marisha Ray, the actor who plays Bo, she was the same way, where she had ideas of how Bo would be, posing. Some of them were awesome, but there were a little bit production issues. Like I remember the one, there was like this intense using the bow staff to be lifting her off the ground. And I was like, as cool as that would be.
For all the magical feats you guys can describe and all the how do you want to do this is.
We don't want the statue to fall over.
Got to keep their feet on the ground.
Exactly, and that was the other thing too, for production's sake, keeping them at this size and fairly affordable for critters to get in their collections. I had to consider keeping their feet both planted.
Yes.
I have figured out some ways to sort of go on that fine line, but with these ones, it was the same thing back and forth of Marisha gave some suggestions. Initially, I had the bow staff in the front, and Marisha came back and said, hey, can I have it behind her instead? And then I drew up a version of it behind, and that's where it ended up.
And that's so fun. That's something you noted earlier, that these are player characters. These are very precious to the actors, and anyone who's played Dungeons and Dragons has that similar experience of knowing the backstory and feeling very specifically about your characters. There's such beautiful representations of them, and for those of you watching at home, they are on turntables right now, but we've got them. Bo is about 10.75 inches tall, and then Ford is about, I believe, 12.25. So we've got some fun scales, and hopefully this line gets to continue. There's a lot of different and various and colorful characters throughout the Mighty Nine. And then we've got those art prints that go so nicely with them as well, available for pre-order. Now, what is something that you want critters to take away from seeing these characters and hopefully having them in their collections? Because you've talked about how the performers and the actors just really had their say. But what do you want fans to take away from these representations of the characters?
I mean, for me, it's just more like, I think as a critter, us both being critters, we kind of don't have much product of these characters just in general. So just being proud that they can finally have something of a nicer, like, nice quality, like our typical Sideshow products, and that they can have something that they could proudly show off in their room and show to their friends and be like, look at this, hey, this is my favorite character from campaign 2, the Mighty Nine I love Ford, and you can have your Ford or your bow, or you want to be crazy and get them all.
My Ford, my bow, and my axe. No.
So I think that's probably would just be more, they can add more to the limited, just I would say, like, besides all the, because I think Critical Role mostly is like, we have the Funkos and they have their books and the miniatures, so just adding a premium quality piece to it.
And for as popular as the show is, 100,000 people watch live each week, it does still feel like a thing where it's tabletop gaming, so it's very specific to a group of fandom, but to see it kind of slowly evolving into board gaming now. They have, they're going to have an animated series for their Vox Machina campaign. It's just a great time to kind of get involved with these characters, and I wouldn't call them Easter eggs, but again, those pieces that we can recognize of, oh, he's got the Star Razor, and oh, she's got the Goggles of Night, just fun ways that the campaign can come to life even after they've wrapped that story. And then these pieces do have that really nice matching monogram base, keeping the base simple so that all the characters can go in the collection together. All right. Well, that's all the questions I had for you about these pieces. They're amazing. I'm hoping this is inspiring some critters. First of all, getting critters excited in our audience, but for those of you who are curious enough to dive in, these are both available for pre-order on our website right now. Thank you so much for giving us some insight into these pieces. I know we could go for hours. I know Paul joked, but we gotta rein this show in. Maybe next time we'll do a Critical Role special. But thank you so much for joining us. And
thank you.
Up next, we've got a video break, and we're going to take a look at what's coming ahead for Sideshow Lab.
Mountain here. Oh, I think we're live.
All right. Got your
Hello,
stretches in?
I did. That was great.
Yeah.
Was it nice to finally have someone, you're like, finally, someone who can sit up here and talk about Critical Role with me?
Yes, it's like, oh man, somebody who else knows all the chromatic dragon breath weapons behind us and all of the vestiges of divergence. That's what Ford's sword is a vestige of divergence. So if that word means something to you, hopefully
you think Amy's being paid by the big word.
I'm
paid for every word I didn't understand.
I'm paid by the letter.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed not only that design interview with Rachel and Glenn, but also the interview that Amy got to do with Rachel about her work and just some of her overall geekage on the. Oh, I'm probably muted. Sorry, Chris. There we are. Yeah, sorry about that. So
it's like a Zoom call in real life. Paul, you're muted.
Yeah, you can take the the us out of Zoom, but you can't take the Zoom out of us. Is that right?
I'm sure Coco would agree.
She would. Oh, I miss her. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, we have a couple of more instances where we're going to bring some people from around Sideshow that work here, but maybe aren't necessarily live, that you guys have never met, and show you that there are so many moving pieces here at Sideshow.
A lot of different ingredients in that Sideshow cake.
Yeah. First time anyone's gone for eggs. that was pretty great.
I would have said they were the recipe, you know, the
Yeah.
step, but I guess that's not technically part of the cake.
I would say they're like the design of the cake, because design team.
That's true as well.
There's nothing moving behind us.
What?
No, sorry.
Oh,
okay.
Michael, you all right? Michael's been working for
I
quite
mean,
a while.
And he's usually like, he's pretty quiet, pretty focused, intense.
I think the word you're looking for is professional.
Yes.
He is pretty professional. Yeah, there's nothing moving, Michael. But we have a quick video break right now. This is, let's see, is this the full video?
No, this is it.
Oh,
Not a quick video break. This is it.
This is
so
it.
enjoy for the first time Sideshow Lab's the very first episode with Sideshow's Mr. Freeze premium format figure. I hope you guys like it. I was freezing, but we'll talk about that right after the video. Enjoy.
Paul, chill.
Really? Today we're going to take Sideshow's Mr. Freeze premium format figure and freeze him in a 150-pound block of ice. Then we're going to thaw him out and see if he makes it out in one piece. Now, why are we doing this? B-roll. We're using 15 gallons of distilled water, and we're gonna pour all of that into a cooler that we borrowed. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why are we using a cooler? And that's because in our research, we found that if you pour it into an insulated cooler, the distilled water, all the cloudy particles will be on the bottom, hopefully leaving the clear part where you can see Mr. Freeze. Now, once all the water's in, we're gonna leave him in the freezer. I think it's time to pop in this freezer and see how Mr. Freeze is doing. Let's go. There is definitely a Mr. Freeze premium format in here, fully encased in this, and the expansion from the water has actually started to shift this. It bubbled at the bottom. He is fully entombed in ice here. It's kind of ironic. Normally Nora's in this position. We got Victor here. Yeah, look at that. All right, I think it's time to break him open.
Well, wait, hold on. Oh my god, that's gonna be good.
So what we're doing now is the team is flattening out the base, because as we popped it out of the ice chest, we're getting as flat as possible. So when it sits on the display pedestal, it's flush and flat, it's no problem. So we have started the melting process here. We've got 1, 2, 3 heaters really trying to break Victor Freeze here out of this block of ice, but what's really gonna do the job is this fan over here that's gonna hopefully focus all that air right here and break the Sideshow Premium Format Mr. Freeze figure out of this block of ice nice and evenly. I guess we'll find out. We did it. It only took 11 hours, but he's fully defrosted, completely thawed out, and he's perfect. He looks great. The glass, which I was the most worried about, is perfect. It's intact, and again, just because he can withstand 150 pounds of ice doesn't mean he should. Please do not try this at home, but let's be honest, we all knew. The ice never stood a chance against Mr. Freeze. no problem joke. It was, and yes, it also only got one laugh on that set as well. So
I'm also contractually obligated to laugh at least 2 of Paul's jokes, so
it's funny. Read your writers, people. Read them. Well, yeah, I really hope you guys liked it. It was a lot of fun to film. I can definitely say it is not what people thought it was, but I hope in a good way.
highly scientific
Incredibly,
process. I
yes.
mean, you got the hypothesis, you got the doing the science, and then you put it on camera. That's the
hypothesis, the
That's all I
doing the
remember of
science
the scientific process from
I
school.
know.
I'm sorry, Mr. Steele. So
Mr. Steele is watching.
I know. Hey, and he's the guy who got me into comics. He
well, thank you, Mr.
He
Steele.
told me where my local comic book store was, and I was really
Nice.
into Bart Simpson comics. But that's not
Nice.
the point. How did you get roped into doing something like Sideshow Lab?
Right. Well, it really started with my resume and people knowing, I come from a science background. I worked in ice sciences before. They just asked, they're like, hey, we've got this really kind of crazy idea. And we wanted to see if you would be able to do it. We don't really, surprise, surprise, they're like, we don't really have a script. This is what we're gonna do.
Could've fooled me.
I know, right in my sweet spot there. And they, had, the team there. That's Steven and Sergey and Robert, the whole team that really got this whole thing together. One of our incredible video teams. They're like, let's just see if we can do this.
Yeah, I mean, comic books are all about mad science, and again, just whether or not you could or whether or not you should. It's something that hopefully you will never have to experience for your own collectibles, but in the case that you do happen to deep freeze your Mr. Freeze, now you know. That's so much fun, and now what I think you guys need to do next is deep freeze a Captain America, but leave it for 70 years.
Correct.
And
Yes.
then we'll come back to it. We'll come back, we'll do like Wet Hot American Summer, make it your beeswax to be here in 70 years, and we'll check on that figure.
Yeah, it's a time capsule, but with just one big thing in it. Yeah, honestly, it was a lot of fun. I really, really hope you guys liked it. And I can tell you that we definitely have more coming, at least 2 more. The next one is absolutely insane. Again, it was one of those like, you sure we're allowed to do this type of thing? But we did it, nonetheless. We did it, it's done. It's being edited
It is
right
done.
now. Yes, it
No
is done.
take-backsies.
We have spoken, and I really hope you guys liked it. Again, head on over to side.show/lab. I believe this video should be up on there now. If it's not, give it a couple of minutes. And then, all of the new videos will be uploaded there
Yeah,
shortly.
I think there's some placeholders, some coming soon for what you can expect next. But that's a great thing to send to your friends and family if you want to tell them how pop culture helped educate you today.
Yes.
As we take these pieces to their logical.
I'm also just terrified of a world where someone's just like,
In
I
a
learned
world."
science from this guy, Paul. That's a nightmare.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, big yikes there.
Hi.
All right, I'll move.
You supposed to be here right now?
I don't know. I kind of do what I want.
We are.
He's here now. Oh, jeez.
Kind of anarchy. What up? What are you guys doing?
I'm talking
What's up,
here.
guys?
What are you doing?
Hi.
We were talking here.
Oh, you guys are talking?
We're talking
Are
here.
you talking about Sideshow Labs and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Lab.
Yeah, lab.
Staying
whatever.
frosty.
So far,
It's not
we've just
plural.
got the one.
I've got the one. All right, so I mean, I failed at that, but I'm here to redeem myself for my terrible, awkward entry and maybe reward some people
Oh,
because I keep not wanting to do things.
Cat in the wall. I know this
Yeah,
game.
You know this game.
All right.
So hold on. Let's bring that up on screen. We're going to go to sideshow.live forward, and you're going to use the code SCMAR2. I'm just making sure I'm reading it just to make sure I wrote it right.
I love that title. SCon. More Marvel.
Yeah, more Marvel. Yeah, because I was like, I'm done with trivia, and then it's like, nah, more.
Hey, Alex, you remember how when we would do these, I was really confident against who I was playing against on that side of
Yeah.
you? Not so much
Not
these
so
days.
much anymore.
Yeah.
Another.
Oh man, I feel like I want to hide my laptop so I can't cheat.
Loki, am I right?
Yeah, am I right?
How
Joe?
about that? Multiverse.
Yeah.
So,
what's sad is I think me and you we know a ton of Marvel,
Oh yeah, so
and
much.
then it's like,
yeah. Then I'm like, hey, remember my confidence? It's gone.
Just channel that Marvel code names we played last night.
Oh, no. Marvel code.
cheese and rice.
It
Well,
was quite wonderful.
let's let people join. It looks like people are joining.
We got a bunch of people joining in. Can I tell them what the prizes are going to be? Do you want to tell them? You should tell them.
Okay, I'll tell them. So, first prize is $50 in Sideshow rewards. Second place is it's $25 in Sideshow rewards. Third place is $15 in Sideshow rewards. And again, good luck. It's only 5 questions again.
Just 5
5
questions.
questions.
Wow.
5 easy questions with that grade A
Why-
banter
You know
in
what?
They
between.
may not be easy. I don't remember.
Well, they're
them.
easy for Amy.
But 5 answers that's fewer than the Infinity Stones that Thanos had to collect. So really, like, we're doing you a favor here.
Yes,
We are.
Yes, we are.
Thank you for bringing it all back.
Yeah.
All-
but
it
I
all
do
comes-
think
it's
that
all connected,
The Infinity
as they
Gauntlet,
say.
I think, was DC.
Oh, wait, speaking
though.
of Coverts,
Oh, yeah.
didn't I win?
Yeah.
Didn't my team win? I forget.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
you
I wasn't
were on
there.
the team.
But
I
don't
left right
forget-
before this.
I know, and I had to. It's one of those things where like the red and blue team, they're like, well, the blue team is Shield and the red team is Hydra. It's like, who's gonna pick Hydra to be like that's your team? So I had to take that one
Yeah,
for the
shit.
team.
Alex is like, I look.
but
he's like, I look
technically,
in leather jackets.
technically,
seriously.
I'd say that I still won because Shield was infiltrated by Hydra. So
And that may have
Oh,
been
right,
me.
right,
That right. may have been-
you. That may have been
And
me.
it's really the wins that you make along the way.
Yeah,
is
something
what
like
it
that.
is.
Winds, like the winds, like the Santa Ana winds. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, Alex.
Or like, or
I wasn't
success-
expecting follow-up
how about them
questions.
rails? How about them rails?
Any hoozle. Let's get playing. I think
All right.
quite a few people are in here
We got
now.
about 700 people.
About
almost
700.
done. All right, so,
so
countdown begins.
yeah, let's get it moving here.
Don't rush me, man. I'm getting very nervous.
All right.
I'm never on camera. This is very nerve-wracking for me.
Yes, please, no one show me any attention.
Never show me attention, please. Don't look at me. Okay, in the main Marvel continuity, what was the city of the Black Widow's birth? Was it Petrograd? Was it Minsk? Was it Moscow? Or was it Stalingrad?
Oh, okay. Excellent GIF again, by the way. Your GIF game has been on point, sir.
Yes, I try to work very hard at my gift game. So let's see what the most of the crowd picked.
Yeah.
And most of the crowd picked Moscow.
Oh,
I
okay.
looked at this like 3 times because I would have thought it was Moscow too. Apparently, it was Stalingrad.
Okay.
And just for some show notes, because I got a little geeky about this.
I'd be offended if you didn't.
Yeah.
The Black Widow was born in Stalingrad, which was only Stalingrad from 1925 to 1961. So she's at least 60 years old in the comics, up to 96.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this is Marvel Comics continuity.
Yes.
Comics continuity. So I
So-
wonder if she's like 96 years old.
Yeah, she and the Winter Soldier and Captain America. I mean, there is a bit of a sliding continuity scale for ages because I mean, like Peter Parker and Jessica Jones were in the same high school class together. If you
Right.
can like think about that, and so were Silk and Flash Thompson. But she has a variant of the super serum. So in the movies, they never really explored that, but in the comics, she does have a variant of a serum that does prolong her age.
Yeah, it's a bit of a diluted version that, like,
Yeah.
the Red Room, I wouldn't say perfect.
This isn't Comics Hall.
Oh, well, anything's Comics
Sorry,
Hall.
Alan. If you try hard enough, anything is Comics
Sorry.
Hall.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, now that Alan's gone.
Anyways, I explained all I needed to
I'm
explain.
kidding. Keep going.
she could be between 60 and 96 years old.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting.
Black Widow life story, next comic.
Yeah.
Pretty great. All right, next question
You ready?
here.
You sure?
For the people that are upset because they got it wrong, they're like, just move on.
Just get on with
Let me
it.
win. Okay, next question. What is Janet Van Dyne's passion when not flying around as the Wasp? Is it fashion design, cage fighting, travel agent, or teaching?
You know, she is one of the few founding Avengers to never have her own solo title. We did have the Unstoppable Wasp, which starred Nadia Van Dyne, who's the daughter of Hank Pym, and took Janet's last name in honor of her because she really was inspired by her. But Janet Van Dyne, founding Avenger, didn't have a solo series,
Interesting.
and I'm not bitter about it.
Let's see what we got. So what did most people say? Most people said fashion design. And what would the correct answer be? Fashion design.
Oh, okay.
Van Dyne Design.
Van Dyne Design. Yeah, I didn't know that.
And
didn't
she
know
also named the Avengers.
I was kind of hoping it was cage fighting. That would have been pretty badass.
You know why I put travel agent in there? Have you ever seen The Americans? I don't know.
I have seen The Americans.
Yeah, so I
yeah.
threw that in there just because I was
Nice.
like, what else? was
You got a couple people, at least.
I got a couple of people. They were like, I saw The Americans too. All right, want to try this next one? Let's see.
All right.
Next question. Don't look, Paul. Don't look. Dr. Doom is the godfather of Reed and Susan Richards' daughter. What is her name? Is it Susanna?
Oh, got it, yeah.
Is it Valeria? Is it Francesca? Or is it Victoria?
Yep.
What do you think?
Or is it Doom Jr.?
Doomier.
Doomier, yeah.
Doom Jr.
I'm going to go with B, Valeria.
What are you going to go with?
I know the answer, man.
I know, but we have to. You know,
Valeria.
We're putting on a show, Amy.
Most
You
people
want me to
said
just get it wrong on purpose?
yes, please.
But you gotta, make a real meal of it.
Most people said Valeria.
Yeah.
How did I pronounce
you-
that? That was terrible.
Valeria.
Valeria.
Can you imagine if Reed was like, hey, let's name our daughter after my arch nemesis, Victoria?
That would be terrifying.
But I mean, listen, he's the Godfather.
Dumania.
Dumania.
That's fun.
That's my okay. Now I know what my next
That's-
cat's name is. The correct answer was in fact Valeria, and here's the show notes. I wrote this down.
She's the brains of the
She
operation.
was named after a former lover of Victor Von Doom, and
Oh well.
That's even weirder.
All right.
and she didn't really meet a very happy fate. I feel like there was something that he.
I think the answer you're looking for is that's comics, people.
That's
Yep.
comics, and that's.
I was going to
Doom.
say, and the answer is that's probably changed in the modern continuity.
That's
Yep.
true. That's
Thanks,
true.
Jonathan Hickman.
Thank you, Jonathan Hickman. All right, next question. Magneto has two superpowered mutant daughters, the Scarlet Witch and A. Shadowcat, B. Magenta, C. Polaris, or D. Jubilee.
I would just like to thank Jonathan Hickman for letting me know both of these last two answers.
Great.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, I think this question's getting a little bit of contention in the comments section
Yes.
because technically the first half isn't correct anymore.
Well, right,
Maybe.
right, yeah.
Who
I know.
knows?
There's so much. It
I know.
constantly
Well,
changes, and I'm like, I can't
And
deal with this anymore.
I'm not even doing this to be mean. It's just to show you guys that in comic books, the points are made up and nothing really matters.
Yes.
You pick what's your
Yeah.
favorite.
Listen, I didn't prune every timeline. I'm going with the timeline that hasn't been pruned, or maybe
Whose prune
has-
timeline is it anyway?
I like that. And the answer, let's see what most people said. Most people said.
Nice.
Polaris.
A majority
Overwhelming.
of people.
Majority of people. A
for
majority.
you guys.
Majoritively, they said Polaris. I used your word.
Thank you.
She was in The Gifted, so I think she's getting a little bit more attention nowadays.
Did she make the X-Men?
Yeah, she's in the new.
She's the new team,
because
right?
She was
voted.
the leader of the
I voted
X
for her.
Factor.
She's one of the only people I do.
I voted for Armor.
Armor, right? There's a lot
Armor.
of people.
A lot of great options in that
Where is
X-Men
my
vote.
Bomb Boy comic?
Oh my God.
Yes, Bomb Boy. That's who I want. All right.
The Bodacious Bomb Boy.
Bodacious.
Oh, that's a new
And
comic.
he
Name
teams
that-
up with the Bombastic Bagman.
Bob. Oh my goodness. Right, so
This really is kind of turning the
Bombastic
comics hall here a
Bagman.
little
You
bit.
looking at me? Bombastic Bagman. That needs to
This
happen.
is my revenge for getting pulled off of the stage yesterday.
Poor Michael was like, please stop making eye contact with me.
Are you looking? Are you looking? Bombastic Bagman.
I can't do that.
All right. Do you want to do this last question? Or should we
Let's
all
do
right.
it. Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do it. We got 5, right?
Let it roll.
All right. For years prior to
Excuse me.
assuming the mantle of Captain Britain, Elizabeth Betsy Braddock was known as A, the Scarlet Witch, B, Psylocke, C, Rogue, or D, Pryor.
I am pretty proud of myself for knowing some of these.
I'm proud of you
Yeah.
for knowing them too.
And I've purposely not been looking at your screen because Alex
good.
has the game running
Because
right here.
he has integrity.
Yeah, and I love this picture of Betsy Braddock. So
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's great.
for the majoritively,
I'm going with also B, Psylocke.
Okay, majoritively people said Psylocke.
All right.
And the correct answer would be, in fact, Psylocke. Do we have any confetti? We
You
can
know
throw?
what? You put the word prior in the clue. I think that's why prior was the second chosen option for years prior.
You know that I tend to trick people a lot.
Yeah, that's the kind of foresight he's got. He's
Yeah,
totally
I
on purpose.
totally thought about that. I actually, for everyone at home, I meant to put like Pryor as in Madeline Pryor, and I looked at it as I was reading it out loud, and I realized it should have been a Y.
That's called feeding the tip jar.
That's called not checking my spelling. But listen, anyways, the right answer was on the board at least. That's all that matters for this one.
Atlanta,
Are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed?
A little.
A little
I
bit.
mean,
Okay. I mean, do we want to show who won? Do we want to show the
Yeah,
winner?
let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's
Or do you
pull
want
up
to
the
just
scores.
do you want to razz me?
I mean,
Yeah, let's go with the
is
second
always
thing.
Let's go with the second thing. All right. Anyways, razzing. I'm being razzed. Okay. AJ, you were in first place. And first place was?
$50 in
$50.
Sideshow Rewards. Email social@sideshow.com. Let us know what you won, where you won it, email address associated with your Sideshow account, and the phone number just in case.
Just in case.
Now, that goes for you as well. Who is in second place?
Croker.
We've got
Croker.
we've got a two-way tie for second place.
Oh, a two-way tie.
They got the exact same score, which means they were wherever they are in the world. pressing the
two-way
exact same
tie.
buttons.
We've never had a two-way tie
Good
before.
for you guys.
Okay,
Well, I'm really
well,
proud of you.
you know what?
So Croker and Eve, you both get $25 in Sideshow Rewards.
Perfect.
Congrats to both of you.
And how do we have no one in third place? We just have
Because
someone-
it's a two-way tie,
Two-way tie.
for second.
So
That's
you
what
know
that
what?
means, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
They each get the second place prize,
Yeah.
and fourth place
gets the third place. No, I could have figured that out. We were working it out on the side.
Marcus, congratulations, Marcus. That is $15 in Sideshow rewards. So all 4 of you, email social@sideshow.com with what you won, where you won it. I usually tell people if you can, take a quick screenshot of that screen that you're looking at on your phone. And again, email in, if you can, with the Sideshow email that is associated with your Sideshow account. And then we can get the rewards in a lot easier. Give us a couple of days because we're right in the middle of a convention. And also, those ones particularly are manually done.
Okay, so our producer off stage likes to give me like little notes and stuff like
Helpful
that.
stage direction.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's called helpful stage direction. It's,
Yeah.
it's actually, stressful stage reactions.
You don't have to.
What?
If you can't, you can't.
I'm doing it right now.
It's happening.
Boss, you tell me things to do, I'm going to do it. Everyone look at your phones right now, because I hope I'm doing this right.
Yeah, yep, you are.
Okay, good. And look at your phones right now, because there's a lottery happening.
There is. So, we've guys at 10 people?
10 people. I was going to surprise them, but now you're ruining the surprise. 10 people are getting $25 in rewards. So again, this is applicable to our terms and conditions, as everything is. And you're going to do the same thing, which is emailing us at social.sideshow.com. And if you can, take a screenshot. It makes it easier for us, to see what it is. All right. Anyway,
That's awesome.
running the lottery. Look at your phones. And I'm running it now, and it should show up any second now. I didn't load my phone up. Let's see.
Nothing.
Nothing. You didn't win? Loser.
Wah, wah.
Not
Wah,
a thing.
wah. Okay, anyways, let's see. We ran it, and we
All
got
right, we
our
got
10 people.
We got our names. All right.
You got it?
Oh, one of them's Alan.
Alan, congratulations.
Wow, it's all 10 of us in here. That's weird.
That's weird. How did that
No,
even
it's not.
happen? You're not allowed to use
We,
them.
we do contractually have to say that none of us did win those $10 inside. Oh, is it $25 in Sideshow rewards?
Yeah,
it in our
technically
contract?
you were right.
Yeah,
Contractually, none of us
I don't
did
remember
get
signing it.
$10.
Another one.
Are you serious?
Another one.
One
Let's
Mogan.
100 people
Okay.
get $5.
100 people get $5.
That's some
All right.
sweet math.
Uh-huh.
See, everyone,
That's the fun kind of math.
Watch Alex work live.
Watch Alex
and
work live.
While he's working on this, side.show/con, register, because if you are registered, you can just randomly get rewards like you're getting now, maybe. Every single day you get reward code opportunities exclusively by going to side.show/con. And, fingers crossed. I know we've already sent a couple of them out today. We sent
Yes.
the one out today.
Yeah.
So,
Check your phones, by the
that's
way.
another way that you can get
It's happening.
rewards.
It's happening right
100
now.
people.
Oh, are you
$5
running it right now?
rewards.
Yeah, I'm trying to be cheap, and Autumn's like, because no one knows this, but my debit card gets charged for all of your rewards, so she doesn't care. She's just charging me for it.
Yeah, I don't care, man.
Put it on my tab.
That sounds like a
tab.
you problem.
That sounds like a me problem. All right, so everyone has been selected. So thank you for that. If
Congratulations.
she comes over here one more time, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah. Well, check your phone. Congratulations. Oh.
This is what I look like on the inside.
Chris Parada here. Who's giving away all these codes?
Oh
What?
no!
Stop! No!
Oh, no.
Oh, Chris, you're sending my emails for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my
20
goodness!
people get no dollars.
All right, I can do that. I can do that. I could send.
Can you
20
send a
people.
notification that just congratulations?
Let's do 100 people get $5 one more time.
Run it back,
Could you do
everyone.
one,
We're
though,
doing
that
it
said,
again.
Good day, you get nothing.
Cannot be stopped.
I'll try.
What?
No.
Oh my
Heads
God,
will
you sent
turn.
his head spinning.
Day 4 of con, people.
right.
Day 4 of con.
Day 4 of con.
We're not even.
and
Well, we're halfway done. We're officially halfway done with this.
We're
con,
officially-
which
We're
means
making
we've still got 3 more days.
In the wise words of SpongeBob.
I have to
Halfway
quickly-
there. Halfway
I like how you want
there.
another $5. Thanks. I'm thanking Autumn for making me run another $5 to another 100 people. Yeah, thanks. I wonder who's going to have to process all of this stuff. Why don't you keep doing this, please?
Okay, let's do it one more time.
Oh,
But isn't the
Mama.
joy on everybody's faces when they see their phones light up the reward in and of itself?
Yeah, that is the reward, Amy. Hold on. I'm gonna write enough out of you, Amy.
Enough, you.
$5.
All right, here we go.
Again.
Again,
Okay, hold
side.show/con. We send out rewards every day.
Checking.
on. All right.
Yeah, and you get $5 just for registering.
all right.
Yeah?
Here we go. Check your phones.
Check your phones, look at your phones.
Again.
$100. 100 people get $5 right now.
$100 gets
Is Michael
5
looking
people.
at his phone?
Yeah, Michael. What are you doing, Michael?
Michael, you can't win. Watch him win.
All right. Did everyone get
Yep.
theirs?
Winners
Okay.
have been chosen.
Winners
it
have
looks
been
like.
chosen.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, good.
Right.
And thank you guys for putting your Sideshow emails.
When can I leave?
I think you can go now.
I thought you wanted to be here.
You know what? I wanted to be here for the
5
attention.
people, $50.
What?
Yeah, let's do it.
Five people get $50. He is allowed.
I
Yeah.
do declare. Are we just saying words?
Anyone else know any numbers?
There has been a murder.
Alan, stop. No. $50. So how many people
I
are getting
have
50?
no, I have no power here.
And a really important part, if you are chosen in the random lottery, do not email social.
Okay.
Because we will get you those. Like if you're one of the people that won the $5, or you were part of the 100, or the 5 people that won $25, we have your email. We will put it in your account. The
that's
only
why-
people that need to email social@sideshow.com are 4. Hold on.
It was 4 winners.
Hold on. I gotta work
I can
the
take
math.
us back.
work
Hold
through
on,
the
hold
math
on,
here.
hold on.
For
Let us
trivia winners.
Yeah,
Let
our
us take
trivia
this back.
winners.
Hold on, real quick. Let's get their names. The only 4 people that need to email in are AJ for winning first prize, that is $50 in
Yep.
rewards. Croker and Eve, you both got $25 in rewards for second place, and Marcus got technically third place. $15 in rewards. You are third place.
Right.
Send it over. All right, let me run this lottery.
That's why we encourage you to use your Sideshow email, though, for these random lottery drops.
Yep.
Use your Sideshow account email, and then we've got that for you, and then we'll just.
All right, I'm hitting play on this. I keep getting buzz alerts from my bank.
go.
My bank is like, "Bzz, stop.
Well, good luck to all of you out there.
How's it going?
It's pretty good. Yeah, we got.
Hey, we're
That's so good.
me and Amy are good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
fine.
have no power here,
caught up?
so.
I'm all. Hold on. I know what she's doing. I'm all caught up. I did it. What?
One person's gonna get $100.
Oh,
Really? Can you want to log in?
Hey, Michael, you want to
Well,
log
hold
in
on.
under a fake name?
Hold on.
You're gonna log in?
Oh, Chris just pulled out his phone in the sound booth.
Oh my goodness.
That man is playing Galaga.
He thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Well,
Understands how they're gonna get there, the ones that got chosen?
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they have
the ones who were chosen in the random lottery, not if you won the trivia. We will just put the money in the Sideshow rewards in your account. You do not need to email in. And again, the one person that wins the $100 in Sideshow rewards, we also have your email address. So no need to email into us at all.
I'm about to hit play.
All right, good luck. Here we go.
Spin
One
that
person
wheel.
gets $100.
No whammies.
No whammies. No whammies. No whammies. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want anyone hitting them up. But congratulations to you. I see who you.
Yeah,
I see who you
the
are.
winner has been chosen. The winner
Congratulations
is
to
here.
you.
You know who you are. And we
Congrats.
know who you are. Sorry,
Chris.
Chris. It's okay. Oh wow.
Those cheekbones
Real
could
skill. That's a safety
yep.
hazard.
cheekbones
Watch that
could
step.
That's why we've
cut
got
through
those
like
safety
butter.
lights on the stage.
Yep.
Goodness.
That's why they're here, Alan. Well,
Boss, now can I leave?
Yes, you may leave now.
Hey, listen, I had a great time. I mean, I
Don't go
learned.
far.
Oh boy.
oh boy.
That was a.
Surprise.
That was a surprise. All of that.
Well, congratulations to all our winners, everyone that our first, second, and third place. Congratulations to you guys. You will have to email in at social@sideshow.com with maybe your screen name, some screenshots, email address associated with Sideshow, and a phone number and address and such, just in case. Everyone else, you don't have to email in. We have got your email. We will put the rewards right in your account if you use your Sideshow email and if you are eligible via the terms and conditions that are at side.show/giveaway. So congrats to everyone, I guess except me and you.
I mean,
The
I
only
think
thing we won is a visit from Alex, which
we got to see Chris Parada.
we did. It was good to see
in a
Chris
sense.
back. So we have a
Our reward is getting to be
It
here
is.
with all of our hundreds of closest friends live playing trivia and doing whatever that just was.
yes.
Would you believe we don't have a script?
That's called content, people. Well, up next, we have an incredible interview with the Martin Canale. He's going to talk about the new Venom PF that you guys had all seen a little bit earlier in the week. I believe it was, well, you guys saw it yesterday
Yeah,
and you
you
saw
know, it wasn't in the booth when we did our tour, but it was
Monday.
on your all request on Tuesday.
It sure was. Martin will be here with me. We're going to be talking about that process a little bit and really just whatever else Martin wants to talk about. He's running the show. So we have a quick video. Get to know Martin a little bit better before the interview. Enjoy, everyone.
For the development of a piece, start with a very rough general idea, trying to figure out something that catch your attention. But when I start working on, the sculpt start getting its own shapes. That is the feedback, the evolution or the creation. particularly with the General Reaper. From the very beginning in my relation with Tom, he shared with me what is the way to go. So he always was very open about ideas. He's not a guy say, okay, I want this on this way and only on this way. You propose something and hey, I like that. So it's a very open game in relation with the creativity. You can be on a place with 100 pieces in a table, another 100 in another more, and you say, oh, that piece I like. So you go close is what call your attention. That is, I think, the magic on this stuff. That is the main point of what I do. Many people apply passion in different things. The thing is try to be focused on what you apply your passions. Trying to apply that passion for something that make you happy. When you are talking about the art or the possibility to translate that in a piece, that is one of the more biggest tools, is the way you understand things to translate that to that piece. I don't say to others how is the way to do the stuff. I say what is the way I have to work. Each one has his own way to understand the work. My name is Martin Canale and I am a sculptor.
Love that artist profile so much. So, without further ado, everyone, please give a standing internet ovation to the Martin Canale. Hey,
Hello,
Martin, how are you?
How are you, man?
I'm not doing too bad. ¿Es todo bien?
Todo bien, perfecto. Can we continue
okay.
in Spanish? I just watched the video and my gosh, long time from that and still didn't learn to speak properly. So
Está bueno. Está bueno. I think the most jarring thing is the beard. We were like, no, that's a different person.
Yeah, and the age too, my friend.
Aging like fine wine, Martin.
Well, I hope. I don't come like a vinegar.
Hey, they're equally useful, you know?
Well, yeah. If you know how to use, it's okay. But if you try to take a good wine and drink vinegar, it's...
Well, I love them both. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Martin. I know you're incredibly busy, so I'm sure you've noticed maybe a familiar face right here.
Yeah, I know that little big guy.
Well, Martin, I was wondering if you could maybe talk a little bit about what you've done on this incredible Venom PF, because as people maybe just saw in the video, you've worked on Venom before.
Yeah. We did the original, I don't know, it was called PF. I think it was called Comiquette. Or Maquette. Yeah, based on Ariel Olivetti art. That was done on traditional way, by hands, right? Super sculpey, epoxy, wax transfers, many times in the studio, and many months on working on that too. And the other one was some small Boostorama, Spider-Man versus Venom, very old. I don't know if you know which one.
I mean, I'm sure, trust me, with all of the hundreds and hundreds of people watching, someone's got it in their collection.
Yeah. And the last one before this one was a collaboration with Nathan. He made the general structure and 19% of the piece, and I just did a few final adjustments. So that was an teamwork, and now this is the new one. Yeah,
I mean, it's está bonito.
Muchas gracias.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece, Martin. I was wondering if outside of sculpting and what you're doing, are you a huge Venom fan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
Venom fan too? Yeah.
I see also your collection behind you there. Do you got some Venom, or what do you got back there?
Yeah, there's many things around. So
yeah.
Wow. Many years. Yeah. You have there Spider-Man Comiquette, Venom, Carnage, Back in Black. Iron Spider-Man, many pieces.
Martin, if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of all of those jaws dropping. And, I've never been able to hear jealousy before, but I can hear it now.
Well, there is many years of working with Sideshow, so
yeah.
Just
how many years have you been working with Sideshow?
I start in 2004, so make the maths. You was doing some maths before, so.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely a killer piece. It is incredible. I mean, it's funny because, you know, we were talking about how you had done Venom previously. I mean, is it sort of fun to compete with yourself, and every, you know, version you've done before, you got to step it up, right?
Well, first, let me just go back a bit. This piece was originally come from a concept idea from Richard Long. So that was a collaboration teams between his concept idea and my sculpts, and work together when I start on the piece. So, and if I'm not wrong, please, someone's correct me if I'm out of place, but the painting was done by Steve Rojas.
Okay.
And finally touched by Mr. Anthony Mestas, who was the project manager here. So
yes,
was a really team A on this project. So very happy.
Yeah,
about it.
I mean, it was just you know, a who's who of who's on this particular piece. I was wondering if you could talk about like what your process is when you're sculpting a piece like this. That is, you know, it's very dynamic. There's a lot of movement in it. Do you have any like particular inspiration from this, like an individual comic, or what inspired you for this pose?
No. Again, the pose come from the concept and the idea that Richard brings to me, right?
But I mean, even in like when, you know, you begin sculpting it.
Yeah, that is exactly. I try to transfer what the concepts brings and apply to the static piece that can be a sculpture. So you don't have really movement. So try to apply all that idea, dynamic,
of course,
those that bring life to that symbiont organic shapes over his body, like he's constantly move and, you know, adapting. So it's a bit what I try to do there.
Yeah, and you did an excellent job with sculpting it. I'm always fascinated by, you know, sort of like the musculature in the sculpt in and of itself. I was curious as to, I mean, if you can speak on it a little bit as far as what you have done on this piece. What was one of the more fun or interesting challenges in getting this incredible piece to what we're seeing here?
Well, I think I already did on the original one. I always, when I work in Venom, I try to apply some organic things about the living symbiont. Just don't go to the original comic that was just flat. You can figure out a guy with a spandex, just black, just trying to give some personality to the Venom himself, right? So that was the tricky part. In the original one, I did by hands, doing different layers on sculpts and playing with wax and trying to do different textures. And here, I think the funny was trying to recreate that, but in digital way, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, and it was done so well. It looks really, really good right now. And I was curious about sort of like, what is your process? Because, you know, I'm assuming when you sculpt, you are zoned in.
Yeah.
Right? Your headphones on. What's playing while you're working?
Well, it's many things. I have a big list of everything. Sometimes I don't play nothing at all, just because I need to be focused. And with the music, I sometimes can go
distract
far, especially for all the part of the engineering part, all the code kits, keys and split parts for the production. So there, I try to be more focused, so no music. But according to the character, can be something really relaxing or very, you know, hard.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Eddie Brock here, Venom.
Yeah,
he's definitely got like a metal look. You know, like this would be on the cover of maybe like an older Slayer or a heavy metal. So
it's
got to be heavily inspired.
That sounds perfectly well on back, so you can put that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you could put a microphone in front of him and you can hear him screaming.
Yeah,
exactly.
His deep voice, yes.
Yeah, and for people asking, we are being very careful. This is a prototype pending licensor approval.
Yeah.
So I'm being very delicate with the spinning here. I'd hate to undercut all of the incredible work you've done, Martin.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and you know, another piece that I'm very, very fond of that you have done, that's not here right this second, but is that a Hulk versus Hulkbuster maquette that you'd worked on?
Well, again, that was project, like a teamwork that was last years or years before. And we started that with in a collaboration for designs with David Ego. And then as support for the concepts draw with Richard Long. So, but the piece itself was a work between two artists. I did the pose and dynamic idea for the concepts in 3D. Richard did the concepts in 2D for approvals, and from there I be focused on Hulk and the base, and Hulkbuster was done by Marco Plouf.
Oh, okay.
So that was a collaboration teams, and the idea there was trying to make the fusion between the classics and the modern classics on Hulk aesthetic more. I tried to base the art in the many original artists,
right,
with a strong influence on John Romita Sr.
Oh, yeah.
And in the opposite, Marco make an amazing work on the Hulkbuster aesthetic with a very technical tact and contemporary, concepts.
Yeah, definitely contemporary for sure.
So that was a bit the idea.
And on pieces like this, one of the things that I love, if we can see it a little bit, is on the base, again, is sort of that texture that you, and I do love that you continue to mention the entire team, because no one person does everything. And that's one of the reasons that we love doing this during Sideshow Con, is so that people understand like how many hands touch this piece to bring it here. I mean, it really is a team effort.
Yes, of course. What is related with the sculpt is 100% myself in this piece. Concepts, an idea come from Richard. The work on the interpretation was between both. Painting by Steve Riojas and Anthony Mestas. Project managing, Anthony Mestas. Right. And enjoyable by everyone here around. So,
sorry. So, Martin, thank you so much for joining us. I know people were really, really just excited to maybe get a little more insight on what all went into this piece. I know you're incredibly busy. You're in Argentina?
Yes, Argentina.
Argentina. Well, thank you so much for staying up. Or is it? I don't know what time it is. I don't know what time it is even here right now.
Here, I can tell you that it's almost 8 p.m.
Well, it's almost 4 here, so we're close. We're closer than I thought.
Yeah, 4 hours. Sometimes
it could be worse.
No, yeah.
Well, Martin, thank you so much for taking a look at the Venom prototype with us. Seriously,
thank you so much for the time, and congratulations for the work you are doing there. I mean, the full team is doing an amazing presentations. Really nice way to show the stuff. People are very happy about that. So congratulations.
Martin, muchas gracias, amigo. Until we talk again, I'll see you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Take care, man.
Adios. Martin Canale, everyone. I mean, he's the nicest human being in the world. And again, it's one of the, the people that you meet, like we've met with so many of our other painters and sculptors, and you're like, why should someone be that nice and that talented? And, and of course, the culmination of all that is Martin Canale. Thank you guys so much for sticking around through that. He's an incredible artist. He's worked on so many pieces, especially this Venom prototype that we've got here. We've got a quick break, right? I believe we've got a quick break. It's like a behind the scenes video in the Sideshow paint room. Enjoy.
There's so much variety on the market on what you can get. It's hard to just say, oh, here's what you use. With any art form, everybody's got their preference.
For the most part, we use water-based paints. They dry quicker and are less toxic. But even within just water-based paints, you have a variety.
From washes to thicker paints. Some are matte, some are gloss, some dry differently.
There's also some paints that are kind of like pearlized, that kind of have like a pearlescence to the color.
We also use translucent paints, and those are really great for when we're doing the washes on skin, where we're just sort of trying to build up organic layers of color.
Metallics.
Transparent paints.
Iridescence as well. You know, we're in the light, it'll shift color a little bit.
The best thing to do is really get your hands wet, play around with different brands of paint and what you think is interesting or will work well, and try it out.
Because everybody builds their colors differently, everybody's gonna have a different go-to paint. With my style of painting, I like to start off with a vinyl-based paint that's nice and opaque. Some people will start dark and go light, or they'll start light and go dark. It's not just add more white and add more black. There's color throughout, and you want to create your contrast with color as well as with value.
It's kind of interesting to test them out with some different colors, some random color you won't even think about looking at that piece.
It's not just like, oh, he's wearing blue jeans, let's just slap some blue on there because blue jeans are blue. Blue jeans are a far more complex color than just blue. It's really important that if you're trying to be realistic about the material that you're trying to imitate, that you're realistic about the colors that you're using. So you really want to look at what happens to blue jeans when they're in light. What color is that highlight and what color are those shadows?
There's no right or wrong way. There might be faster ways of doing it, you know, but again, that comes with learning and experience.
Let's do it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much. I really hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Martin Canale. And I hope you guys have enjoyed all the interviews we've had. Again, one thing I know we've really wanted to do is showcase all of the many people that make Sideshow. So a huge thank you to the design team. We've, of course, Rachel Rubicek, and Glenn Pauline, and of course everyone else that couldn't make it to the interview. Thank you guys all so much for doing what you do. I know our collectors appreciate it, we appreciate it, and of course thank you, Martin Canale. Oh, and thank you for Rachel for hanging out afterwards to talk Critical Role.
Critical Role.
Well, we have an episode of Unsold Out.
Oh boy!
Let's do it.
I've heard tell of the fabulous short links involved in this, so I'm.
You know what's fun is
also the fabulous products, but you know the short links.
Twice this week, he said that thing twice on the wrong day, and now's the correct day, and he's
finally the long-awaited. It was inevitable.
It was. So, welcome now to Unsold Out. Now, how
we just changed that? We're a whole new show.
Whole new show. We're rebranding. So, welcome to Unsold Out. What this show is we've got some items that are out of stock at Sideshow.com, maybe recently, maybe not so recently, and they are back for today. And if they sort of can stick around longer, I don't think they'll be able to. Most of them have not already, but if they're gone, they're gone. So please, once you have something in your cart, let's say we put up an item, if you do not want the thing, please remove it from your cart.
Release it back into the wild. If you love it, let it go. Or if you love it enough, finish your checkout process and then claim it.
But one of those things, nothing in between. There's no in between there.
Don't leave us in limbo.
Please do not. So if the item is $49.99 and under, you cannot use Sideshow Rewards on it. If the item is over that, you can use Sideshow Rewards, but please know that during the show, there is nothing that we can have, there is nothing that is eligible for a payment plan. All of the items that you're going to see on today's show may be paid in full. If it's got something like free shipping when you get to it, then it's got free U.S. shipping. I think
those are the nice.
All of it.
Yeah, the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty.
All right.
All right. So let's kick it off with our very first item during
Chris Parada's favorite.
Unsold Out. It is the Thanos collectible figure from Bandai. Head over to side.show/unsold. Angry Thanos. Oh, he is angry. Look how
he's
angry
very
he is.
angry.
Grumpy.
I would be angry too with everything he went through. I mean.
It looks like Alex every time that Autumn makes him like do a new lottery.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, incredible likeness of.
You all right, buddy? All right, I'm sure he wouldn't like us touching his shoulders. So we only have 4. They're at $95. We only have 4 of them. So, I mean, if you have Sideshow rewards, you can use them. If maybe you were lucky enough to win some of them in previous events or even during this event, because we have started out sending rewards that we've given to people or people have gotten. So this is by Bondi. Again, side.show/unsold Angry Thanos.
All right. Am I taking the next one?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This is the Space Boy maquette by Dark Horse.
I said I was going to take it.
I thought you said, do you want to take this one?
I said that's fine.
I just had headphones in,
This
so
isn't
I'm
the comics hall, Paul.
I know.
Yes,
on.
this is...
Hey, Autumn, can we fix that in post? Yeah. Take it from the top.
Great.
All right.
All right.
Amy, go ahead.
Hey, can I take this one, Paul?
So this is the Space Boy.
How much of a budget do we have for recutting this episode? Can we try it one more to third time's the charm?
All right, Amy, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, can I take this one? All right, up next we got the Space Boy maquette from Dark Horse Comics. This is, of course, from the comic book series, The Umbrella Academy. We only have 2 of these boys. He's number 1. He's Hargreaves number 1.
Yes.
But we only have 2 of this. It is $300, and you can find that at side.show/unsold Space Boy.
Yep, and if you are in the U.S., this does have free U.S. shipping on it.
Thank you. Thanks for the update.
People would have known that if I would have gotten to say it the other times.
Yeah. We'll fix that in post, too.
So, up next, Amy, I'm going to take the next one.
Go
up
for it.
next, we have the Iron Spider Deluxe Egg Attack figure by, distributed, of course, by Diamond. This is at side.show/unsold Bright Eyes.
And it was made by Beast Kingdom.
Beast Kingdom, thank you.
Turn around, Bright Eyes, and get into some carts. Yes, this does, I believe this does have light up eyes. I think that's why we call him Bright Eyes, I think. Just making that connection right now.
Happy day 4.
Happy day 4, everybody. I'll be back in the booth tomorrow with information for you. This is 100 USD, and again, side.show/unsold Bright Eyes. Only 4 of them.
Only got 4 of them. Go, go, go. Up next, we have the Sorcerer Mickey 80th Anniversary figure by the incredible folks over at Enesco. Only got 5 of these. These are at $65. Let's see, side.show/unsold Apprentice right now.
You know, the sorcerers are just like the Sith. There's a master and an apprentice. So
look at him.
Oh, you're high-fiving him.
Yeah.
And I've just been so stoked on the Disney items we've gotten to feature at the booth earlier this week. Of course, we had that D23 Gold membership kit.
Oh, so great.
There is a special running on that. If you go to side.show/D23 promo, you can take 20% off a brand new gold membership. So this only applies to new memberships by using code SideshowCon20.
Yep.
So, and you guys can check out that we did a feature on that, and it was also featured in the Day 1 booth.
Or see it in person.
If
you go to side.show/VR1.
Yeah.
You can see it. It's really sick.
So
it's really cool.
In a Disney mood.
Yeah.
Sorry,
if you're
I
in
just
a
wanted to
Disney
get that in there.
We got a fun one up next. Amy, do you want to take this one? Because I feel like I've kind of
I've been talking
for
Yes. So up next we've got.
I have been.
You want to keep talking? Up next, we got the Catwoman Couture de Force figurine by Enesco. This is a beautiful representation of Catwoman. We only have one. We only have one available. She is $80, and that is at side.show/unsold Meow Mix.
Oh.
I thought the first couple of URLs were pretty tame. I was like, okay, respect. And unsold Meow Mix. Again, only one of this beautiful, beautiful Catwoman Couture de Force by Enesco.
Don't want to give people too much insider information, but I gave that one to Amy because I wasn't convinced I could say Couture de Force.
Special request in the chat.
I can't see what it says. Wow, we're taking requests now?
Yes.
I'll take a
Free
water
bird.
I'll take a water.
Get one when you burn one.
How are we doing on those Oreos? We earned those yet?
Apparently not. Side.show/unsold Meow Mix.
Beautiful.
Yes. What? Word. Okay.
Do you want me to take this one?
I'm going to just try my hand here.
Go for it.
I think I've got it. So
I
up
believe
next
in you.
we've got the Petslala Pink Obot Art Toy
Those
by
are
Gaga Tree.
so
Thank
cute.
you, Alex. Thank
You
you.
did get a water. Those are so cute. I've
It's
seen
a little cold.
Little These robot figurines by Gaga Tree. So cute. We have 3 of these available, and there is free U.S. shipping on these. They retail for $69, and this is at side.show/unsoldobot. That's O-B-O-T. Unsold
nice.
Obot.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Oh, look how cute it is.
Isn't it?
It's like a little mech.
Yeah, it's like Pacific Rim, but way cuter.
Pacific Rim was pretty cute.
Yeah.
All those kaiju. They're
Were.
just, yeah.
Otachi and the little baby one.
They're just
But,
like angry squids.
Yeah, love these little Obot pieces. So if you're a designer collectible toy fan, you're going to want to hop on that. Again, we only have 3, free US shipping, and they are $69 at side.show/unsoldobot.
Yep, and staying in the Obot family and the Gaga Tree, up next we've got the Tin Head Mono Obot art toy over at side.show/unsold uprising. Oh, look at this one.
Aww.
These are kind of cute.
Look, there's a little like octopus inside of the driver's seat. It's like in a little,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
wow,
it's like
this
it looks
is
like
very
a
meta.
Yeah, it looks like a diver's helmet filled with an octopus.
Yeah, I like that one.
I love that.
Look
That's
at him
so
go.
cute.
Side.show/unsold uprising. Let's see, we've only got 4 of these. They're at $69, and yes, they do have free US shipping. So thank you to Gaga Tree for those adorable, Pacific Rim, but cuter.
Yeah, limited time. I mean, these are unsold out, but for how long? Who knows? Up next, we've got the Street Fighter Volume 3 pin book by Icon Heroes. This is a really cool collectible pin set for Street Fighter fans. It's got my boy Blanca in there.
Nice.
I annoyed many a child by just spamming his electric attack. He's my guy, though. We have 4 of these available. They retail for $60, and you can check that out at side.show/unsold pin punchers.
Nice.
Unsold pin
Those are
punchers.
pretty sick pins, though.
Yeah, they're large. They're decently sized. They do
okay.
have that really cool kind of collectible book format, but you can also, I believe, take them out and wear them as functional apparel.
On your favorite jean jacket. So up next we have the Lady J Bishoujo statue by the incredible Kotobukiya. We've only got 6 of these. They're at $115, and you can find it over at side.show/unsold soldier. They must have told Joe, like, you got to tame it with the short links. Or it must have been done by, like, a real professional, is what these short links are.
Oh, are you saying Joe's not a professional?
No, I'm saying that he is not a professional.
I
That's why I love him.
I love these Bishoujo pieces, though, because as we talked about with Rarity back in the booth, Bishoujo means, like, beautiful girl or beautiful young woman.
Right.
And it's this really pretty style, and most of the, if not all of them, are based on one specific artist's renditions of these pop culture characters. So,
yeah, side.show/unsold soldier. Go get yours. We only have 6. Only have 6 of this incredible statue.
All right, up next, and speaking of functional apparel pieces, we've got the Captain Marvel Classic Mini Backpack by Loungefly.
Cool.
I am obsessed with these pieces. This one has such a nice metallic sheen to it. Those Loungefly pieces are surprisingly spacious and really high quality pieces, great for cosplays, closet cosplays, Disney bounding, or just celebrating your favorite characters. We have 3 of these available. They retail for $70, and you can get that at side.show/unsold Marvel back. Both because she's a backpack and Marvel is back because she's unsold out for a limited time.
Wow, you did a good job there. I would have just ran right through that one.
Side.show/unsold
So Amy's
Marvel
the professional
back.
here. Yeah, that's it.
I love a good wordplay.
Yeah.
What can I say?
You should make the words here at Sideshow.
I'll
talk to my people.
That means so much to me, Paul. All right, what's next?
Nice. Up next, we have the I Will Never, we'll say, Let Go ice figure. I believe this is by Mighty Jax. You can.
Speaking of wordplay, I will never let go, and the T is in parentheses.
That's
I will never
fun.
let go.
Side.show/unsold cold hug. We've only got 4 of these at side.show/unsold cold hug.
I'm seeing we've got a smaller version of the image. There's a blue one behind it. That's you see the little hands.
He's hugging them.
It's hugging them.
Yeah, it's kind of
cute. I will never
He's got, like,
let
a little
go.
grumpy
Ice.
face right here.
Well, I mean, you would be
Almost
too
looks like a
if
grumpy
somebody
face.
really cold came up behind you and gave you a hug.
hugging me. Yeah, I'd be upset.
Yeah. We're not going to test that on camera.
No, we will not be. Yes.
Those Mighty Jax pieces
Let's
are
see.
so funny.
Oh, they're
so
great.
clever.
Only 4 of these, $129 right now. And again, side.show/unsold cold hug. That's fun. I didn't think I could get through that short length. There's a lot of real words close together there, like short links do.
As opposed to made up words close together?
Correct.
All right, well, up next, we've got the Hulk classic cover satin figurine by Royal Selangor. This is a beautiful recreation of a Hulk cover. Yeah, these are so much fun. Really high quality. These are precious metal pieces. Look really great in your collection, and the base is so much fun with the Hulk symbol and the colored comic book where the Hulk is just jumping right out. We've got 5 of these available, so if you've got a Hulk lover in your life, you're going to want to pick this up as a gift. It is $500, and it has free U.S. shipping.
Nice.
At side.show/unsold-pewter-brute.
Yeah, the one that they did for Amazing Fantasy 15 is incredible. Incredible. If you guys can find that at sideshow.com. Amazing Fantasy 15 is the first appearance of Spider-Man, and they brought that exact cover. If you guys all know what I'm talking about, because we've all looked on eBay like, I wonder if I won the lottery, if I could afford this. You can't. It's up there, but Royal Selangor did an incredible job of bringing that in the same format to Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So, and
last but not least.
Nice. Up next, the last item that we have today on Unsold Out is the Kong versus Skullcrawler. This is the set here by Star Ace Toys Limited. Star Ace Toys Limited. We only have 3 of these at $420 right now. This is a fun piece. There's a lot going on here.
I feel like it may or may not have been this piece specifically, but I've interacted with a Skullcrawler. At one of the previous Comic-Cons, I was tasked with being asked to very carefully hold the prototype. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is prototype. We need you to help hold it.
Oh, no.
And I held it like a child. Because it's got that weird shape, and I didn't know what to do. It may or may not have been this specific piece.
Yep.
But
yeah, this is incredible.
You too would like to hold the Skullcrawler like a child.
Team Kong. For everyone that wasn't asking, my opinion.
Oh wow.
Team Kong.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You know what?
100%.
100%. Yeah, so as Paul mentioned, we've only got 3 of these available. It is $420 at side.show/unsold-beatdown.
We did it.
We did it. We made it through. We did it. Oh my goodness, and yeah, there were some amazing pieces in there. So hopefully you guys are snapping them up right now. Again, very, very limited. Check for the free U.S. shipping if they've got that. But again, these were unsold out pieces, limited time, limited quantity. Who knows if they'll ever be seen again.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on Unsold Out. I hope you guys got some great stuff. If you guys don't have something, please remove it from your cart, and maybe someone else can pick it up and have a really, really great Thursday, day 4 of Sideshow Con.
It's a con. You got to treat yourself to something.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Well, I hope you guys got something good. I know I can tell you 2 people that didn't, you didn't have to worry about getting that stuff right here. Yeah, you're good. That's 2 less people you got to worry about. Maybe Michael. Michael's still on his phone, so he might still be trying to, snap these up and win some lottery and rewards there.
So if you got it in your cart, maybe just hold on to it so Michael can't get it. But otherwise,
he's almost off. He's almost off.
Release it into the wild.
Thank you guys so much for watching Unsold Out. We're going to take a quick video break and take a look at the Superman bust, our incredible 360 video, and then we will be right back. Hi everyone! I hope you enjoyed that video. I love that bust.
Yeah,
you get the whole line. I love that that like sort of iconic Fortress of Solitude that we saw on the tweeter headpiece. It's almost, you kind of got to have it with Superman.
Yeah, and they have such like a nice kind of way that you can arrange them, because they all have one side of their costume like more forward, just the vibrant colors of those pieces. They're great.
It's a great piece. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Live from Sideshow Con. We really...
Hey.
I started talking about Superman.
I don't see a water in your hand.
I gave you did you need a water? I can go back.
Well, for Amy.
I've got a water. Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate the offer.
Not as needy as you, diva.
Because I'm not a diva.
Hold on. We're live. Alex, What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Surprise, surprise. I saw the Superman bust, and I was like, I'm going to try to whip up some quick Superman trivia.
Ooh, let's do it.
All right, bring that up on screen,
I thought you were going to say, like, I'm going to bust into this stream.
No. I'm not that clever. I'm wordsmith.
I'm barely that clever.
Person. I don't know. So go to sideshow.live, and the code is SC, like Sideshow Con Super.
I love that background. That's
Isn't that
great.
a nice background with the sky and everything like that? It's real pretty.
Not bad for just
bad.
whipping it up
The
together.
sky that we haven't seen for the last 2 hours.
I know. Where's
I'm
the
expecting
sky?
it to be fully dark when I stumble out of this room.
I have no idea. Yeah, absolutely no idea
time,
what time.
I don't even know what time it is. What does that say?
4:14.
Nice.
Yep.
4:14. If there was a clock on my computer, that would help too. So I'm just going to get some people in here. So we're doing typical rules. It's going to be first place is $50 in rewards. Second place is $25 in rewards. Third place is, what was it again?
15.
I knew what it was.
So if you guys were here earlier, you know the drill, but maybe for those of you who don't know what's going on, you guys want to explain a little bit about what the heck, no?
Why?
Just throw them in the deep end?
It's trivia. So this
tried.
is Trivial Cahoots, and it's going to be 5 questions of trivia. And again,
Superman trivia.
Play along on your phone.
I did specifically say Superman trivia.
Superman
Hence,
trivia.
That stands for trivia. The S stands for trivia in this game. Anyway, so
That's a fun joke.
So it's a great. I'm a comedian person. So first, second, and third place. Obviously, you know the rules. While I'm letting more people jump in, we've got about a little less than 500. Want to get more people in there to play.
Yep.
I'm gonna just tell them now that if you were one of our first 3 winners, you're gonna email social@sideshow.com what you won, where you won it, and your name, your email address that you use with your Sideshow account, and what else? Anything else? Your phone number, just
phone number, just in case. And again, chances are a lot of these, most of these, still do have to be done manually by Alex. So please, please, please give us some time. We are working on these. We've actually started sending out some, if not most, of the ones from like Monday.
A few of them, yeah.
Starting to get to Tuesday, but please just give us some time. So like if you just won rewards, like 35 minutes ago, they may not be in your account right this second, but we are working on it.
Patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue, especially when it comes to this guy who is really great at using Mac.
You're the best.
I am the
at
best.
using computers.
Okay, so we got about 500 people, so
let's roll it. Here.
Let's roll it. Everyone,
I'm excited
please
for this.
participate because this is going to be fun. I am playing along with you because I didn't answer any of these. All right, 10 seconds. Are you ready? 5.
Let's do it.
4. Why don't we have something dropping from the ceiling? 2. Some balloons, some confetti. I don't know.
This is a real set, Alex.
What actor portrayed Superman in the 50s television series Adventures of Superman? Was it Christopher Reeve? Was it George Reeves? Was it Kirk Allen? Or was it Adam West?
Put a lot of familiar names on there.
A little familiar.
Yeah.
Most people had said George Reeves, and those most people would be correct. It was, in fact, George Reeves. And there's a little show note here that I wanted to read because I like George Reeves.
This is the last time I saw Superman in this suit, and I'm like, yeah, I could look exactly like that.
100%. George Reeves played Superman in 1950s television series Adventures of Superman. Christopher Reeve played Superman in the various 1970s and 80s feature films. So it threw a lot of people off. All right, next question. Which of the following is not an alternative name used for Superman? Is it Man of Tomorrow? Is it Man of Steel? Is it Kal-El? Or is it the Scarlet Speedster? I mean, some of these you have to just be...
Yeah, you have to have been under a comic book rock.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make it a little easy, Amy. I didn't want to make it too difficult. Yeah. Especially because I didn't want you showing off.
Well, it can be difficult because you're like looking at the timer and then you're looking at all the other names, and sometimes people their hands just slip.
Yeah,
but
which is usually what happens to me.
Yeah, the answer is well, you can play it, so I don't want to.
Yeah. So most people said Scarlet Speedster. Most people were correct, and
nice job, everyone.
Excellent.
Very good job.
Can't fool you guys.
Yeah, I tried. Next, what is the name of the pocket dimension where Kryptonian criminals are banished? Is it the Void, the Phantom Zone, the Negative Zone, or Limbo? Kryptonian criminals.
Or the Break Room.
The Break Room. Try saying Kryptonian criminals, like really Kryptonian criminals.
Kryptonian criminals. Super easy.
Like 10 times fast. Come on.
I'll never be in a situation where I've got to say it 10 times fast.
Fine.
Alex.
This was the situation, and you failed.
Yeah.
Most people did say the Phantom Zone. The correct answer happens to be the Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone.
I was going to try to make it dramatic, but
much like the Phantom Zone. The
Much
Phantom
like
Zone is very, it's kind of an overreaction, I always feel. Like, I feel like there's a lot of different ways they could
And they're
handle
always
this.
screaming in that thing. They're
They
like,
are.
"No, come
Like,
on."
no one's ever just chill.
And then they get there, and it's like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You had like, I get motion sick. You're
Well,
constantly just spinning,
Oh,
and you're
no.
already in prison.
No,
But
no,
if you
no.
just don't look at the spinning thing. Just like, close your eyes.
Well, you're in a
fine.
pocket dimension. You can't not look at the thing.
All right.
It's a
kinda
prison
everywhere.
for a reason, dude.
All right, fine. All right.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
we
actually-
already went through this with the creamsicle water.
Oh, no.
Fun
Can't
fact,
do that.
I'm very allergic to Dramamine. I learned that the hard way.
Like, I don't want to get sick. I'm going to take
Uh-huh.
this Dramamine. No, I'm sick.
Like, what's going to make this car ride real easy, because I get car sick, is, some Dramamine. You know what made it worse?
Anaphylaxis.
Dramamine. It was a living nightmare. All right, next question.
Next question. What actor was signed on to play Superman in Tim Burton's canceled Superman Lives film in 1998? Was it Matthew McConaughey, Will Smith, Nicolas Cage, or Kurt Russell?
I have thoughts and feelings about this question.
I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about this question. Most people said, what did most people say? Most people said Nicolas Cage, and those most people would be correct. It was Nicolas Cage.
And I would give any amount of money to see that movie right now. But I want
Release the Burton cut.
release the Burton cut of this. But I want Ghost Rider meets not Independence Day, National Treasure.
Oh,
I want
National
National Treasure Nicolas Cage to be Superman.
That would be amazing.
And he has no idea he's Superman.
No idea.
Well, and he did get to voice Superman in Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yes. Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
true.
one of the best. I know people have their thoughts and feelings about Teen Titans Go, but Teen Titans Go to the Movies is one of the funniest comic book movies in all of Christendom, because the humor is great, and then half of the jokes are oh, I'm so smart. I knew Nick Cage was gonna be Superman at one point. I know who the Challengers of the Unknown are. That movie is so funny.
Absolutely take the time out of your day to go watch the Teen Titans Go movie. It is
as close as we'll get to the Burton
incredible.
cut.
Yeah, that's true.
And by the way, from the show notes, it says it was originally written by Kevin Smith, our guru askew himself.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
cool. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's a whole documentary on this.
Yeah.
And how how Tim Burton, it's Tim Burton. He had all of these crazy ideas about what he wanted to do with Superman's suit. He wanted it to light up. He wanted the Phantom Zone suit, which is more known as the black suit that we saw, that we kind of saw Henry Cavill in. He had all of these crazy ideas, and then he realized that when he put those lights through, it would just absolutely burn Nicolas Cage. Because he's like, well, there's no other way we can get these LEDs through. He's an actor, he'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't figure it out. The movie never happened.
Yeah.
So,
And the long hair, too.
yeah.
I love watching the video of him wearing the suit oh, I love this.
Yeah.
All right.
Question 5.
Question 5.
All right.
All right. In the 2013 film Man of Steel, what does Superman say the S emblem on his costume means? Is it hope? Is it faith? Is it courage? Or is it bravery? Or is it trivia?
Wait, is trivia E?
No.
Oh,
Trivia
you
just that's in my heart. In my heart, the S stands for trivia.
I can tell you it's not trivia.
It's definitely not trivia.
trivia is
All right,
not
well,
the answer.
Most people did say hope, which would be the correct answer. So
Nice.
I'm going to go through and I'm going to see who are
All right,
winners
who are our winners?
Ooh.
Who are our winners? So in first place is Marcus.
Marcus. I wonder if that's the same
Marcus.
Marcus who won earlier.
I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's more than one.
There can be more than one Marcus.
There can only be one.
Well, that's a
Marcus,
person.
does Marcus have our show notes here?
Yeah, I wait. Is
We don't have our show notes.
I was going to say
He
there are
doesn't
show
have 'em.
notes. Maybe he has the show notes, and that's why we have no show notes.
Marcus, first place, $50 in Sideshow
Wow.
Rewards. Second place, we've got Nathan C. That is $25 in Sideshow Rewards.
Congratulations.
Pandalorian. I love the name. Pandalorian.
Nice.
Look at him.
Nice.
Yeah, third place for $15 in rewards. Obviously, we mentioned at the top. social@sideshow.com. You're going to send an email, what you won, where you won it, your Sideshow email account. Give us your phone number just in case. Anything else? I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's about it. Yeah.
That covers it.
I always say if you can, take a screenshot of what you're looking at right now. It usually helps us just a little bit. But congrats to all our winners. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Autumn's walking over here. What do you want?
Alan and Autumn.
I was thinking, let's do 100 people get, I don't know, $3.
100 people get $3. Alex, do that real fast.
All right, real fast. You guys talk about $3 and it's tell me the history of $3.
I have a $3 bill somewhere lying around.
No, you don't.
I mean, it's not real. It's not like actual currency.
Like
but
in
I
your
have
heart,
one.
you have it lying
It's
around.
like those It's like, here's my $1 million bill. It's
Yeah.
like, wouldn't that be
Oh my
nice?
God.
All right, hold
Deposit
on.
that, yeah.
I have 1,000 yen at home because I forgot to convert it before I came home from Japan on a trip.
But that's real money.
That is real money.
I was talking about two totally fake things.
All
I
right.
don't know. I just felt like I needed to contribute.
I'm about to run the lottery.
All right, here we
You
go.
said $3 in rewards for 100 people?
Uh-huh. $3 in rewards for 100 people.
Oh. How many zeros are in 100? Because I think I just did 1,000. I think I just did 1,000.
Well, that's fun. Well, you know what the good news is? There aren't 1,000 people playing. Oh.
Hi, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Hi.
Hi, Mel.
Hey.
We've all signed talent releases.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a math scientist, and I put one too many zeros in 100.
So.
Yeah. Are you surprised?
You've never done anything wrong in your life ever.
Ever. This is the first time I've ever made an error. So 1,000 people are apparently
Wow.
getting
I'm sorry, wait, what happened while I was gone?
Someone get the wake up the skeleton.
Yeah, I added an extra zero to that just for fun.
I specifically told him to give 100 people $3. And what did he do?
All right.
He multiplied that by 10. Is that more than
He
100
moved
people?
the decimal place.
It was a decimal thing. You ever remember in the Muppet movie where he hits the fly and yeah, it was reverse. I took the fly
Go
away.
ahead and do it one more time.
One more time? Oh, fine.
Hey, Alex,
Fly
how about
away.
this time? It's 100 people.
Okay, this time it's 100
Yeah.
for $3. You said?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Now 100.
She said 5.
$5?
No, she didn't.
Wait.
Don't do that.
Hold
We're
on.
getting so many mixed messages
Wait a minute.
here in the studio.
Was it?
$5, do it.
It was 1,000 people get $5,
Yes.
or 5,000 people get $1.
No, 1,000 people get $5.
Okay, 1,000 people are about to get $5.
1,000 people, but there's not even 1,000 people watching.
Which means the people watching, congrats.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it literally is everyone.
That's some good math.
Yeah.
Oh, and is Joe talking to us with the short links here?
We'll have
Thanks,
someone
Joe.
sweep up
Or Rob.
sweep up the extra rewards.
Yeah.
It'll be Alex. He's gonna need a job real soon.
Yeah. Yeah, once Chris finds out that I keep putting decimal places incorrectly. I'm a decimal place, I don't know. I can't even think of
You're a
words.
Kryptonian decimal criminal.
Yeah, yes, I'm a Kryptonian well, I can't even say it.
I wouldn't even try. You're real
Kryptonian-
proud of yourself
I
for that
am.
one.
I didn't think it was going to work.
Wait, come on, I gotta
Oh.
try. Kryptonian decimal criminal.
Yep, there
I
you
just have
go.
to think about it. You ever start sweating because you did something wrong and you feel like a little warm? Yeah, that's what I feel like right now.
Never once in my life.
How did that go?
That went. Yeah,
Right.
It
yeah,
went.
1,000 people got $5.
Objectively, it occurred.
Can we give 87 people $11?
Yeah.
80? Yeah,
Can we?
technically.
Do that.
Let's do that.
11?
Bring it in the chaos.
Oh, okay.
Trying to find some comic book significance to
Can-
that.
how do I do that on? Okay, 87 people, $11.
Side.show/Alex, Chris is on the phone.
Oh no, are you serious? Oh great.
I don't think you can type an emoji in a short link. If you can, I'd love to see where
Oh,
that goes.
you can. I saw one before. Okay, so 87 people get $11.
That's
Yeah,
what I
let's
heard,
do
sir.
Okay, all right,
Make it happen.
all right. I'm pushing play on this lottery.
I'm invested now.
Joe's got a message for you on the screen.
Oh, what's that, Joe?
Studio cam.
It
Well,
always-
good one, Joe.
Never mind,
Solid.
John, you missed it.
Alex, Chris is on the phone with the phone emoji.
Oh,
the phone emoji's
fun.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I just did that.
Did it happen?
It happened. So everyone check your phone. So everyone should have $3
The
in reward.
few, the
Everyone
proud, the 87 of you.
The 87 of you. Oh my goodness. Like I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. Wait a minute.
and
Did I do that right? Yeah.
For everyone out there who is winning these rewards, as mentioned, please, I hope you guys have been using your Sideshow emails. Because that is the only way that we can get these rewards to you. If you are one of the people that won in the Trivial Cahoots, whether you were first, second, or third place, those folks, you don't need to email us. No, you do need to email us, I'm sorry. You guys do need to email us and let us know who you are, what you won, where you won it. Everyone else will get those rewards in your account.
Let's make sure it's straight because I'm getting lots of PMs in my Facebook.
Oh,
if
fun.
you won first, second, or third, You do have to
You
email.
absolutely have to email social
Everybody
at
else
Sideshow.
does not.
If you used your Sideshow email to register for the trivia and you've received from the lottery trivia, we do have your email. You do not need to.
We have everyone who won the lottery. We have everything right here. I'll start reading everyone's email addresses live. No, I will not do that.
That is a legal nightmare.
That is a legal
Let's
nightmare.
not.
We promise you, you don't have to PM anyone. You don't have to email anyone. Only the first, second, and third place winners in Trivial Cahoots need to email in. Everyone else, unfortunately, I have the task of sorting through all these Excel documents to find all
What he means to say is, I cannot wait to give you guys your rewards as long as you show a little bit of patience.
What?
We're going to give one person.
One person.
Okay, wait. I have to process this.
Yeah, let's let Alex focus.
Hold on.
Please,
just so I
for
can
the
write
sake of my
number
job.
one. Yeah, please.
$100.
Okay,
All right.
$100.
Yes.
Oh, I typed 1,000. Just kidding.
All right. One person
Gotta learn
is
those decimal
getting
points sometime, buddy.
Yes.
$100. One person. Correct.
Yes.
All right.
Oh no. Okay.
That's not what you want to hear.
No.
That's fun.
That's fun. Hold on. One person gets $100. Okay.
Did it happen?
Yeah, no, it happened. Someone got it. Hold on. Let me just
Let's
see something here.
Let's make sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
someone
got one.
definitely got it, and we have
got
seen
you.
that everyone else who, Alex, I think you might have actually gotten the 100.
Hi.
Hold on. I just need to fix something. Okay. Anyways,
Sideshow Mel.
what's up?
That's exciting.
That is exciting.
You know what else is exciting?
Oh no,
New
what?
booth layouts.
New booth layout.
New booth
Oh, is that?
layouts.
Are you kicking us out? Is that what's happening?
I'm trying to do it nicely.
Oh.
Do we have license for the Oscars music?
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play you out,
Hey.
though.
I totally messed something up, but now I fixed it, so everyone's
That's his
fine.
problem.
I do like people saying, Amy, please check his work.
Where does that go?
I'm not the math person. I'm the word person.
Sign.show/Mel! Exclamation!
I think that's just Joe reaching out from the Ethernet to say hello.
He's just saying hi.
We're having fun. That's
So,
great.
New booth layouts.
New booth layouts. I have
So-
worker bees ready to give you new stuff.
With that in mind, thank you guys so much for watching live from Sideshow Con. Mel and the incredible team here have got to get tomorrow's completely new booth set up. Again, these are going to be completely new items that are in here. Maybe some of you have seen once, maybe some you've seen twice, maybe some you've never seen before, but we will have all new items in the booth tomorrow that you guys can see at 10 a.m. with Amy and 2 p.m. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us through. It was 2 hours.
This was a double
I'm gonna leave while
stuff.
you guys sign off because I'm not good at this whole sign.
Later, bud.
Well, thank you for
I was
joining
just checking
us.
everyone's emails and I was just scrolling and scrolling.
Yeah,
and
he was
scrolling.
going to start doing like real work here, and we were going to lose him, and it was just going
Yep.
to get weird. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Yes, as Paul mentioned, I'll be on the 10 a.m. show tomorrow. I've got a great guest. We're going to tour all of those new items for you guys, and then on Saturday you'll have that all request tour with Paul. That's your weekend planning. We're talking about Friday here, but we're not even done for today. There is a wrap-up show today, right?
Yep, there sure is. Head over to side.show/geek group. We will be in the Let Your Geek Set Show Facebook group exclusively for an episode of that Sideshow show where we do our absolute best to wrap up what's happened, but normally it's just all sorts of shenanigans.
How really could you summarize today? Pick a word, any word.
Legal. Legal nightmare. That's 2 words, but
Okay,
let's go with that.
We'll allow it.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early at 9 a.m. for, we've got another episode of New at Sideshow Live, talking about everything that's happening during Day 5. It is Friday. We are very, very excited.
New booth color, new banners, all. You guys, it's going to be so much fun.
Very excited. Very, very excited. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the group. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you all the time. And as always, don't forget to let your geeky side show. Nailed it.